Have you ever wondered if a simple coin in your collection could actually make you a millionaire? Imagine discovering that one old silver dollar, lying forgotten in a drawer, is worth more than a house. Coins are not just metal. They are pieces of history, and in rare cases, they can turn into treasures worth millions. Today on FM Coins, we are looking at the top 6 most valuable dollar coins, each with an incredible story and shocking auction prices. Stay tuned until the end, because the number 1 coin on this list set a record that stunned the entire world of collectors. Now let's talk about the first coin in our list, the 1893 Morgan Silver Dollar. The Morgan Dollar series, minted from 1878 to 1921, is one of the most collected in U.S. history. But the 1893 is the rarest of them all. Struck in San Francisco during the economic depression known as the Panic of 1893, only about 100,000 were minted, the lowest number of any Morgan dollar. Many were lost, melted, or damaged, which makes the surviving pieces extremely rare today. Even in worn condition, this coin can sell for tens of thousands of dollars, while mint state examples have reached staggering heights. In fact, one pristine 1893 Morgan dollar sold for more than $4.5 million at auction, making it one of the most valuable silver coins ever. Collectors treasure this coin because without it, completing a full Morgan dollar set is nearly impossible. The demand is huge and the supply is tiny. This has also made it one of the most counterfeited U.S. coins, so authentication is critical. But when a genuine high-grade example comes to auction, it sparks fierce bidding wars from collectors all over the world. The 1893 Morgan dollar is not just a coin, it's a symbol of rarity, history, and prestige in the numismatic world. Owning one means owning a piece of American financial history, and for many collectors, it is the crown jewel of their entire collection. Now we will talk about the legendary 1804 Draped Bust Dollar, a coin often called the King of American Coins. Its story is unlike any other in U.S. numismatics. Even though the date says 1804, none of these coins were actually struck that year. The U.S. Mint originally produced dollars in 1804, but with leftover dies dated 1803. So no coin with the 1804 date entered circulation at that time. Decades later, in the 1830s, the mint struck a small number of silver dollars dated 1804 as presentation gifts for foreign diplomats. These became the now famous 1804 Draped Bust Dollars. Only about 15 genuine examples are known to exist today, and they are divided into 3 classes based on when they were struck and how they were made. Their extreme rarity and fascinating backstory make them one of the most desirable American coins ever created. Each surviving example has been carefully tracked, with ownership records reading like a who's who of famous collectors, wealthy investors, and museums. One coin was once given as a gift to the Sultan of Muscat, adding even more to its aura of mystery and prestige. Auction results have consistently proven its value. In 1999, an 1804 Draped Bust Dollar sold for over $4 million. Later, in 2008, another example brought nearly $3.7 million. More recently, one sold for about $7.6 million, solidifying its place among the most valuable coins ever. What makes this coin so special is not just its rarity, but also its legendary reputation. Collectors know that when they hear 1804 dollar, they are looking at a piece of American history that blends politics, diplomacy, and the artistry of early U.S. coinage. For many collectors, the 1804 Draped Bust Dollar is the ultimate dream coin. It represents the height of numismatic prestige and has earned its nickname as the King of American Coins. Whenever one of these pieces appears at auction, it instantly becomes the centerpiece of global attention, drawing in collectors and investors from every corner of the world. Now we will talk about the 1794 Flowing Hair Dollar, a coin that holds an extraordinary place in American history. This was the very first silver dollar ever issued by the United States Mint, making it a symbol of the young nation's independence and identity. Designed by Robert Scott, the obverse features liberty with flowing hair, a bold and fresh image meant to represent freedom, while the reverse shows a simple but powerful eagle. Its design may seem plain compared to later issues, but for collectors, this coin is where everything began. In 1794, only about 1758 examples were struck, and fewer than 200 are believed to survive today. That tiny number alone makes it incredibly rare, but its historical importance adds even more weight. Owning one is like holding the birth certificate of U.S. coinage in your hand. Because of its significance, the The 1794 flowing hair dollar has become one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Its value at auction has shocked even seasoned collectors. In 2013, a specimen graded in superb condition sold for an unbelievable $10 million, setting a world record for the most expensive coin ever sold at that time. Even lower-grade examples regularly sell for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors see it not just as a piece of silver, but as a cornerstone of American numismatic history. What makes this coin even more fascinating is the time in which it was minted. The United States was still a brand new country, struggling to establish its economy and identity. Producing a silver dollar was a way of proving that the nation could stand on its own alongside the great powers of Europe. Every surviving example of the 1794 flowing hair dollar carries that story with it, reminding us of the boldness and ambition of early America. For collectors, the flowing hair dollar is more than just rare, it is iconic. Whenever one comes to market, it sparks international headlines and fierce competition. It represents the beginning of a legacy that continues through every U.S. coin minted today. Truly, it is one of the most historic and valuable coins ever struck. Now we will talk about the 1885 trade dollar, one of the rarest silver coins ever produced by the United States Mint. The trade dollar series was introduced in the 1870s, not for use in everyday American commerce, but as a coin specifically created for trade with Asia, especially China. At the time, the U.S. wanted to compete with powerful foreign coins like the Mexican peso, which was widely accepted in the Asian markets. These dollars were heavier than regular silver dollars, designed to appeal to merchants overseas. For most years, trade dollars were minted in fairly large numbers, but the 1885 issue is a stunning exception. Only 5 examples of the 1885 trade dollar are believed to exist, and they were never released into circulation. Instead, they were likely struck under unusual circumstances, perhaps as special presentation pieces or private mint experiments. Because of this, the 1885 trade dollar has taken on an almost mythical status in the numismatic world. Whenever one of these coins appears at auction, it draws global attention. In 2006, one example sold for an incredible $3.3 million, and more recently, another specimen realized nearly $3.9 million. For a coin that was originally never meant for everyday use, its value today is astonishing. The combination of ultra-low mintage, mystery surrounding its creation, and its connection to international trade makes it one of the most fascinating coins in American history. Collectors treasure the 1885 trade dollar not only for its rarity, but also for its beauty. The obverse shows Lady Liberty seated, holding an olive branch and resting on bales of goods, symbolizing peace and commerce. On the reverse, a majestic eagle appears with outstretched wings, carrying arrows and an olive branch. This design perfectly captured America's ambition to expand its trade influence across the world in the 19th century. Because so few exist, most collectors can only dream of owning this coin. It is the kind of rarity that often sits in elite private collections or major museums. The 1885 trade dollar proves how sometimes a coin's value is not only in its silver but in the story, the scarcity, and the mystery behind it. For those lucky enough to see one in person, it is like standing before a treasure that bridges American coinage with global history. Now we will talk about the 1870s seated Liberty dollar, one of the greatest mysteries in U.S. coinage. Official. Mint records do not list any dollars. Struck in San Francisco that year, yet a tiny handful of coins exist. Some experts believe they were created as special presentation pieces or possibly for the cornerstone ceremony of the new San Francisco Mint. Whatever their true origin, their survival is nothing short of remarkable. Only a few examples are known today, making this coin nearly impossible to find. When one does appear at auction, it stirs intense competition among collectors. In recent years, an 1870s seated Liberty dollar has sold for more than $1.9 million, proving its legendary status. Its design, showing Liberty seated with a shield and the proud eagle on the reverse, reflects the artistry of its time, while carrying the mystery of why it was struck at all. For collectors, the 1870s is a holy grail, a coin with both beauty and unanswered questions. It is not just rare, it is enigmatic, and that combination keeps it firmly among the most valuable dollar coins ever discovered. Now we come to the #1 coin on our list, the 1933 Saint-Gaudens Double Eagle, a coin so famous and valuable that it has become a legend across the globe. Although it carries a face value of $20, it is considered one of the greatest treasures in American coinage. Designed by Augustus Saint-Gaudens, many experts call it the most beautiful coin ever produced by the United States Mint. Its obverse shows Lady Liberty striding forward with a torch in one hand and an olive branch in the other, while rays of the rising sun shine behind her. On the reverse, a powerful eagle soars through the sky. What makes the 1933 Double Eagle extraordinary is its history. That year, the United States abandoned the gold standard, and President Franklin D. Roosevelt ordered all gold coins to be recalled and melted. Although more than 400,000 Double Eagles were struck in 1933, almost all were destroyed before ever leaving the mint. Only a small number escaped, and most of those were seized by the government when discovered. For decades, private ownership was forbidden, which only added to its mystique. Incredibly, one legally owned example survived, and when it was auctioned in 2021, it sold for a jaw-dropping $18.9 million, setting the world record for the most expensive coin ever sold. This single sale proved the unmatched status of the 1933 Double Eagle. More than just a coin, it is a symbol of American history, economic change, and numismatic beauty. For collectors and investors, the 1933 Double Eagle is the ultimate dream, the crown jewel of all U.S. coins. Its story of survival, its connection to one of the most dramatic moments in American financial history, and its record-shattering value make it the most valuable dollar coin of all time. These were the top 6 most valuable dollar coins, each with a story of rarity, history, and unbelievable value. Which one amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to FM Coins for more exciting stories about rare and valuable coins.